sorry. He called out Raph for journeying and having an experience. I've never heard Raph use the word journey once.
Me neither.
Have you?
No.
And then, he did Joe calling Raph a silly prick. It's easy to do Joe, though. Even we can do Joe.
I felt like it was hard for the housemates to follow because they were not only trying to work out who he was trying to impersonate, but also follow what he was saying.
Yeah.
Because, like, there was a point later where Kieran was relaying something that had been said in the task and Tom didn't even get it.
Yeah, and they're like, I never said that. It's like, well, you did. He just quoted you saying it. And then he did Sue was... Oh, his impression of Sue was absolutely terrible. But it was Sue slagging off Chanel in the diary room, saying that thing about she didn't like me on the first night or whatever it was.
I can't remember it exactly, but I think like it's one of the better of his female impressions, possibly.
No, it was fucking awful.
Really?
And none of them were like very impressed. But I do feel a bit sorry for Luke Kempner because I think everyone thinks he's shit.
I think there was quite a lot of love for him first time he did it, but
he's very hit and miss. Anyway,
he reminds me of that some other comedian that I don't like.
I think he's quite a bit cute. Do you think?
Nope.
Okay. Hold on. Sue said Joe is like an old lady on her period. Old ladies don't get periods.
Valid point that I hadn't put two and two together with.
Chanel and Izzy are being weird. Do you remember that? And they were both just like pulling faces and like going.
I don't remember that, but we do know that Kieran thinks Chanel is entertaining because she pulls funny faces.
That's true. Yeah. Here's a question for you: why does Ellie get so many of her diary rooms shown?
It's like she's always in the diary room. Maybe she is the only person using the diary room, but you would think not. Somebody did say, was that you that said that or someone else? I saw someone saying, surely other people use the diary room. Why is it always Ellie?
Yeah.
Was that you or someone else?
Me, I think. But no, I've had a few people have said it as well, not just me. I hate Ellie's face when she's concentrating on someone telling her something, i.e. making up with Hannah. She's always like nodding very earnestly, like, yeah, I am listening to you.
But it's just going over.
Yeah, just in one ear, out the other. I was surprised that there wasn't more blowback from Joe slagging off Raph, saying that what did he say? Joe called Raph a silly prick. Luke Kempner did that, but Raph never said to Joe, it hurt my feelings when you called me a silly prick.
Was it a real quote though? Because I felt like Luke Kempner was making them up.
No, I don't think so. I think they were real quotes. And then
part of them were, and part of them weren't. I don't think even Luke Kempner knew what he was doing. No, to be honest.
True. And then it was the shocks, right?
To be honest with you, I've found that whole section really hard to follow. Big Bad's restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were going...
I said, who were Simone and Isabel talking about when they were saying, I don't fucking care? Do you know?
No, but I put that Sam joined the Exiles because he heard the guys slagging him off. As part of that task, he heard the guys saying, Sam's just trying to get a magazine deal with Ellie, basically. And then suddenly Sam started sleeping in the Exiles room. Although Sam doesn't really fit into the Exiles, so go away, Sam.
He sleeps wherever Ellie sleeps now, doesn't he? Well, it's a Rose Cottage, doesn't it? Yeah, so this task was Big Brother's restaurant. And I said that the meal actually looked quite good.
What was it? Spaghetti
nice
bolognese?
bag bowl. They had like some wine maybe and some juice on the go. I thought it looked good.
I don't eat that sort of shit.
So they put these electric shock pads on their bums.
Yeah.
It was. They actually showed their bums all getting out, putting them on, didn't they? It was
Did they?
like
I never saw
bum
that.
montage.
I never noticed that.
They use it as an excuse just to show bums. So okay, that answered my next question, which was, have you got any comments on how to make bums? That's a no.
I totally missed that bit.
I've said, where's the lycra gone to? Deborah had some good reactions to the whole thing. She's like, wow! Whoa, my bum, it vibrated. And then was going, sit down.
Deborah's reactions to things have been quite good all week, to be honest.
Hang on, didn't Deborah also have to get licked?
Yeah.
Why is Deborah doing all of these tasks?
I know, because she's reacting well to it, obviously.
Was it Deborah or was it Hannah?
No, it was Deborah, yeah. I think it was Deborah and Hannah in the
I think Hannah was in there too. I seem to remember her face getting shocked, yeah.
Yeah, but the licks was just Deborah.
How are they choosing who to put through these tasks?
I know,
it's not fair
random.
that Deborah's got to do more than one.
But before the shock, Charlotte was like, "Okay, it's easy, everyone. Just stay really relaxed." And then they shocked her, and she just went mad.
There wasn't quite as much mess as I would have hoped for. Like I would have hoped spaghetti was going to fly around everywhere, but they didn't really get that.
I couldn't eat and be shocked at the same time.
It was funny how hard they tried to eat.
Yeah,
and enjoy the meal,
I wouldn't like to do that. It's like having sex and eating. But I don't agree with
those shock pads. It's only like fucking what's that company?
What?
Those things that vibrate.
Slender Tone.
It's just Slender Tone.
I used to have one of those back in the day.
I had one too.
That was a long time ago.
Like,
I didn't used to do fuck all.
I felt like mine did do something.
Really?
But anyway, yeah.
I was probably shoveling chips down mine.
That's the whole purpose of it. You can. Yeah, they're not that bad, are they? They do make your muscles contract.
You don't know that. It must be bad for the way they were reacting. But then Isabel didn't react at all. She's just impassive. As usual.
Probably couldn't penetrate the layers of tan.
Yeah.
Any other comments about reactions in that task?
I like that. I thought it was
fun.
It was funny. I liked it.
And then we found out that because housemates survived their shocking experience, they passed that part of the task.
Sorry,
nobody died.
Some of you died.
But I thought the part of it, the whole point of it was they weren't allowed to like stand up, but they all did.
Oh, they were definitely off their seats.
Bums on seats.
Go on. What's next?
Sue on image. She says that Kieran has perfected his image. And
right.
Joe is ballsing his up. But Tom is blending into the background.
I wish he would blend into the background.
Now we had the Ellie to Tom, I'm your brother section, you're my boy. Is that when Tom was in the diary room and called Ellie in?
I don't know. I've got completely different things to you.
What have you got?
I've got...
The clique.
Sam being upset with the clique, saying they chat shit.
Everything I speak to them about they do and discuss... Everything I speak to them about, they go and discuss it behind my back. They've got too much pride in this original clique.
It's too serious. And then Tom said, if I've got a problem, I'll tell you.
Do you remember why Sam said he'd gone in there?
No.
He says he's come in there to meet mates. And if I want to kiss a girl, I'll kiss a girl. Don't go to Big Brother to make friends, do you? Everyone knows that.
Well, it's just a holiday, apparently. Oh, it's just a holiday. All inclusive.
Is that Ellie?
Yeah.
That's how she makes her fucking life on that other show.
That's good, isn't it? Way to make a living, just being on a holiday.
I think she's the rep, though. The guide, like the leader.
Is she?
That's why she's like a reoccurring character in that show. Basically, she's in a position of responsibility. That's not right, is it?
Then... Oh yeah, Tom was kind of basically threatening Sam a bit, and then Joe come over and he was being threatening as well. It's like, Jesus Christ, give him a break.
Yeah, and I said the funniest part of Tom and Sam talking was Isabel walking by pretending not to notice.
Isabel was always sitting around when people are having an argument.
And then she was in the bedroom listening at the door with Raph.
And Joe said, you're 5 days in, we're 29.
Oh yeah, and then Chanel's like, Joe's getting involved now.
Yeah.
And Chanel's like, I'm not having this.
Yeah, Joe was being intimidating.
Yeah, and Chanel, like, as soon as she hears Joe getting it, and she's out of that bed, she's like, I hate it when they all gang up.
And then Kieran was pretending not to know what the word showmance was. He said, show relationships.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Kieran, whatever.
I'm sure I've heard him say showmance as well.
And then Andrew said, I'm a wee bit brainless.
Was this when...
It's when he's trying to rape Raph, basically.
Yeah.
He was, like, trying to hug him against the cupboard. And then Raph said, oh dear, why do people want to touch me?
He tried to lick him in the ear or something.
Yeah.
Raph just, fell to the ground.
Yeah.
Like he just collapsed.
It was a bit of an Aaron through moment there, wasn't it, a bit?
I don't know if I buy that whole, I don't like being touched by Raph. But
I don't either.
But his reaction, he knows how to react to it, though. He did look quite horrified when the tongue came out.
Oh, I'm not surprised, because he doesn't fancy Andrew. I'm sure he wouldn't mind if it was someone he fancied.
But Hannah got involved and was tickling him as well. I don't like that they're playing on this, if that really is an insecurity of his. I don't think it's really right.
And the next thing I've got is Ellie saying to Joe, do you get a free bus pass? Joe's like, what?
And then she said to him, do you have a medic on standby in the bedroom?
Oh, yeah. And Chanel said, are you aggressive in the bedroom? And Joe said, I can be.
And then, who said, do you like a finger up the bum?
Chanel.
Of course she did.
And then Joe said, it's not my cup of tea. But then...
Didn't deny that he wouldn't put a finger up the bum
what
of someone else.
Wonderful image for you there of Joe and Jasmine Leonard with his finger off her
70 years old.
Still going for it.
Andrew to Raph, you're different. I do like different. I've always liked different.
Then Raph's like, please don't touch me ever again.
But let's have a hug before bed.
Yeah. And then Andrew's like, oh, really? Every time he gets a bit of affection off him, isn't he? He's like, oh, Raph. It's like, oh, stop.
Tragic.
Stop that.
We did miss out a section where Hannah and Deborah were doing the get
yeah.
thing, and Simone was twerking apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Disgusting.
Oh, Thursday's not going to be good because you don't have any notes, do you, for Thursday?
No, I don't, but I can... You've got a brief...
I've got a very
overview.
Brief notes. I only skimmed through it.
There's not much we need to talk about. Mostly it's that licking task, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, the main thing... Well, and the main things were Sue woke up and she
I think Hurricane Sue came... wreaked havoc upon the house. I think this was Sue trying to live up to her election campaign.
Hurricane Sue. She was moaning about people not tidying up. She said, I think people have got wrist problems in this house.
She was trying to be funny, right?
Was she?
I thought like wrist action, like, some sort of masturbation comment.
I don't think so. Oh, here's something interesting. I watched this episode with someone who'd not seen Big Brother in like 15 years, and they said
that means they've only ever seen like the very early Big Brothers
series, and they said that they couldn't believe that Marcus Bentley was still on it, and they couldn't believe that the theme music was the same.
That theme tune is amazing. Why would they ever change it?
They were like amazed that it hadn't changed. And then the only other bit was when that fat guy was licking the feet.
Yeah.
They said that, oh my God, they can all see him though. You know, when he like stood up at the end.
Yeah.
Like as if outside contact was still a thing. Do you know what I mean? Don't you think that's funny?
It's funny.
It's like, oh my God, but they can all see him.
But there's a human in there.
Yeah.
It's not part of the housemates. Yeah, it happens all the time.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It was a really weird thing, but it was quite interesting to watch it with someone who was like
who still remembered the fundamentals.
Yeah, it's like a guinea pig. It was weird. It was weird, but it's interesting. Anyway. So then Joe was in the pool with the girls being a pervert, basically. And then Joe dressed up as Chanel.
Was he trying to be Chanel?
Yeah, but they called him Janelle.
Oh, yeah.
There's a very famous BBUS housemate called Janelle. Not that you would know about that.
No, I don't. Why didn't they make better boobs for him? It was just like tissue paper stuffed down some sort of low-cut bikini top.
He did it himself, didn't he? Joe does like to dress up as a lady, doesn't he?
In the bedroom?
Well...
He did say he's worn his girlfriend's clothes before.
There you go.
He looked like someone I used to work with. It was scary, but I don't want to give that airtime.
Oh my God. And then Sue was... Sue had a really weird conversation with Chanel where she was going... Oh, I'm sorry, I went mad earlier and blah, blah, blah. And Chanel was like, I weren't even there when you went mad earlier. It was like, Sue was having a conversation with Chanel, but she was actually just having a conversation with the viewers.
Audience.
Yeah, and it was just felt so fake. I fucking hate Sue now. Just everything she did in that episode just felt so contrived and fake to me. It was awful.
I don't remember that scene where she's apologised to Chanel.
It wasn't good. And then... Raph said about Andrew hugging him, I don't think he has malicious intent.
It was in the diary room, right?
Yeah, but he said, I don't like the sensation of licking. And I thought it was a good job they didn't put you in for that next task then.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, it's interesting to see Raph navigate that because as a conscious Big Brother viewer, he's obviously aware of what he says what? What's the... End in like what? It could end in Andrew being evicted if he he says the wrong thing because he knows Big Brother well enough.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't get my sentences out.
Sorry, fuck it hell. So the next thing was the task with the feet licking.
Did this remind you of a Big Brother Canada task?
Yeah, with Ica.
Yeah. Small white animals.
Yeah.
Getting in close proximity to black women.
So basically, they put 3 of the housemates. Was it 3? I think it was.
It was Sue,
Deborah, and Andrew.